Do you hear that sweet, sweet sound, Dane?
Is it the nectar?
It is the nectar of episode 76 of the Until Next Week podcast. We're back.
I have Mountain Dew.
You always got the Mountain Dew. I got an energy drink as well. Lauren, no, not here this week, unfortunately.
No girls allowed.
Not this week, but it is your boys. Your boys are back. Michael's not here.
Girls make me
Dane
sneeze.
And myself. We got a good episode in for you today. We have a Bible verse draft finally.
Uh-oh.
Maybe,
Uh-oh.
Josh. Also have a fictional basketball blind draft. So both of those will be exciting later on in the pod. We hope you stick around. And what's a fun word right now, Dane? Just any fun word?
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus. Yep, that's our word of the day for episode 76 of the Until Next Week podcast.
I'm looking up the Bible verses.
Dane, did you not come prepared with the Bible verses?
Looked them up myself.
We've only been talking about this for 2 months now, give or take.
Don't worry.
1.5 months. Josh always brings it up.
I know he does.
Like even in the responses that you can do on our Spotify podcast in the polls, he's just like, any ideas for future episodes? And he's like, you already know, a Bible verse draft. So yes, we will get to that later in this episode, Josh. Maybe. Just keep listening.
Big maybe.
As you already know, we're on a road to 100 5-star reviews. We have finally reached 50 on Spotify. So that means I think we're halfway there.
That is halfway.
Halfway there.
Unfortunately, we're going for gold.
Okay, going for gold. What does that mean, unfortunately?
It means we need 1 bazillion.
Okay, so the goal's 100, but it's really a bazillion 5-star reviews.
More than Joe Rogan's podcast.
We have a higher overall rating than him because he does not have 5 stars across the board.
We have a higher average rating
because we're less
Rogan
controversial.
Podcast. So true.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of gun control.
What do you have to say?
I like guns.
Wrote 100 5-star reviews on Spotify and Apple. Please, even if you only listen on Spotify, make an Apple account. Leave us a written review. We'll read it off. Everybody's happy, and that's all that matters. So I think it's time for some updates from the week.
It sure is, Samuel.
Yeah. I got to clear the air.
Uh-oh.
Just because we didn't make it obvious last week. The girl that was on the podcast, no, it was not Michael talking in the girly voice. It was Lauren. And yes, we've mentioned it before, but yeah, she is my girlfriend. So just so you all know, in case you couldn't pick up the obvious hints, it was all part of the bit, you know? Like everything's for the bit. That's what it was last week. So just so you know, that's who it was. Okay.
I'm confused.
I know you're confused. you had no idea the whole time.
I had no idea.
We don't talk at all except on the pod.
I thought this was just the girl with the yellow hair that was sitting here.
I know it was confusing for sure, but I wanted to clear the air so it's just blatantly obvious.
Samuel's off the market.
And if you want to get I don't know where I'm going with this.
What he's trying to say.
If you like the episode and you would get more people to listen if she's on again, let us know. You know, we're all for the bit. We're all for the views. We don't do anything other than that.
What he's trying to say is he was getting an alarming amount of DMs just last week.
Dane was.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's just every week, though. Dane, you suck. Dane, where did your mustache go? Dane, you look pretty saucy today.
I was going to say all those were coming from your mother until you... Well, I mean, they still could be.
No. Michelle
or Lindsay. There we go.
Michelle, Tammy, and Lindsay did not... contact me.
It was Daniel. It was Daniel. Yeah. Yes. I saw he wiped out today on a wakeboard.
Yeah, that's because he's the second most unathletic in the family.
Because he had to marry the most unathletic.
Yes. Lindsay Reed is very slow, very gassy, very unathletic.
And if you're cleaning your house right now, Lindsay, don't stand for this slander.
Don't stand in one place because you're too gassy. You're going to gas yourself out.
This is wild.
Side note, Lindsay, play us some pickleball. You and Daniel.
That's a great transition because also an update from the week is we dominated in pickleball.
Absolute domination.
Last week we talked about how Dane dominated me, and then this week we went to play again, but we had to go doubles. So he could not beat me, but we both played very well together.
We sure did.
Yeah, we played for 3 hours straight, only lost 1 game, and it was to an older couple.
To Shauna and Thomas or something?
Just some old people names. And what stinks with them is they're either really bad or they have the best fundamentals in the world and they'll just destroy you. And that we underestimated and they did beat us the first game. But It was because they had a certain pickleball paddle brand.
Uh-oh, what was it?
It was Friday pickleball paddles.
Oh, wow. You said Samuel code. Wait, we used
Samuel 14434. No, Samuel 14434.
14434.
If you want to have a chance to ever beat us in paddle or pickleball, you got to buy the Friday pickleball paddles with my code because, again, those were the only ones that beat us. Coincidence?
So I think not.
No, he doesn't. So, we dominated pretty well. We started off against some really bad people.
Very bad. They were not good.
They could barely hit the ball over. And I even asked them before, I'm like, hey, have you played before? Like, yeah. And then I was like,
the girl definitely had never played before. The guy,
I think he had picked up a paddle once, and that was about it. I think, do we let them score? It might have been 11-0.
Well, it was 11-1 or something like that.
Yeah, we would have
hit in the net.
It was pretty bad. And then we went on to our next game, and they also were pretty stinking bad.
And I felt bad because as soon as we beat the second person, I said, next victim. and the girl was like, oh. And I was like,
You're like, I made a mistake. I am sorry for my actions.
I was like, it's no offense. We're just the best.
Yeah. So eventually around I think the third game's maybe the one we lost. Was that the older couple? No, we played the other guys we know from Hill City, I think, right?
Something like that.
I think Ricky and stuff.
No, we didn't play. Well, we might have.
No, or did we play
the curly-haired dude?
Curly-haired dude.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
I don't know. We played a lot of people, but all I remember is the dubs. So many wins.
Dubs.
No one could beat us except for the one Friday pickleball couple, but we beat them the game right after, so it's okay.
Yep.
We just kept going at it, and we are going to enter a tournament now.
I called a pretty girl a racist.
Wasn't it the same girl that you called a victim?
Yes.
Oh, you know how to talk to girls, Dane.
Well, I might be going to a rum club tomorrow.
Oh, did you say run or rum?
Yes.
Both?
No, her
running rum club.
Her run club.
She's probably listening right now.
Probably not.
No, she's disturbed by you.
Well, yeah.
I
told her she sounded very country.
Yeah.
And
country accents are interesting.
And I ran into one of my future coworkers.
Oh.
Ricky.
We did beat him every single time we played, though.
Yeah, Ricky, if you're listening, first off, your name to me now shall be Pretty Ricky.
Oh, okay. But not great at pickleball, Ricky.
Not great at pickleball.
Oh, I mean, actually, he was the best player ever, but we still beat him each time.
Yeah, he was probably the best individual player we played the whole night.
Yeah. There was one older lady who looked very aggressive.
I was ready for her.
Hit some pickleball courts probably 5 hours a day. She was way too aggressive. At one point, we were standing at the back of a court, and she was about to serve. She's like, hey, I got a really big swing here. You got to get out of the way. I'm like, you could have just said, please.
I dropped my paddle, and I was ready to throw hands, and Samuel held me back. I was like, no.
I think she would have beat you up.
Yeah,
she's literally built different. She was the stereotypical older Karen pickleball player.
I wanted to absolutely annihilate her after that. But we never got a chance to play.
Maybe
her.
She'll be at the pickleball tournament.
She better.
Yeah. So that way we can just destroy her.
Listen, the next time you guys listen to this podcast, we will be champions, or else we will discontinue the podcast. Nothing like steaks.
We'll see. The
steaks I always make whenever we play volleyball, what are they?
Huh?
Do you remember the steaks I always say when we play volleyball?
We haven't played in a while, but I'm assuming it's something ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I say loser has to enlist.
And that's why we've lost half our friends, because they always lose. It stinks.
They're not dead.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. But we did have one sort of consequence, which I didn't know until after the fact. You're like, hey, you have to run a mile for each game we lose. And you probably didn't think I would do that.
I really didn't.
And it was around 10:30 at night. We were finishing up 3 hours of pickleball. And then about 12 minutes later, I sent a picture to Dane. I was like, I ran my mile. And it was pretty fast. And my legs are very sore now.
It was pretty fast.
Yeah. I decided, I was like, hey, I'm feeling pretty good from the pickleball. Let's set it at 5:30 pace. And about 0.3 miles in, I'm like, this is a bad idea. I got to start slowing down quick.
You're like, help.
So it was like a 6:08 mile, which is pretty good for me. I've gone faster, but all things considered, no warm up besides the pickleball. I'll take it. So I'm glad I didn't have to run 10 miles for 10 losses.
We're not gonna take it. No.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. That gives you a lot of incentive not to lose if
I know.
there's the consequence of running miles afterwards.
Of course, I did improve my vascular health. Is that the right word?
Yeah, cardiovascular.
Yeah, cardiovascular health. So we will never lose again.
We better not.
That's what I got to say.
I want to own Springfield by the time this is over.
Okay, let's do it. And then the only other main update from the week is I just went to a little league small person game. It wasn't anybody I knew.
T-ball? You watched random little boys?
So that's probably bad context. It was it's a Facebook friend of mine. It's one of Lauren's friends, and she invited us over to watch her son play coach pitch baseball. I wish I could have pinch hit. I could have tattooed one of those balls. He was throwing it right down the middle, and they still were swinging and missing over and over. I'm like, come on, just be better. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I want to coach my like kids someday. Not even preferably not my son. I want to pitch against other people's sons, so that way I can keep my track my stats and see how many strikeouts I get.
Unbelievable.
Like, that's what I want to see. Like, yeah, had another no hitter today. I'm the coach of the team though, so we lost. Not ideal, but I'm having a great season.
A great season. Cy Young immediately in your future.
Yeah. So they could use some work. Again, they are pretty young, but also they just got to be better.
Well, and that's what's wrong with today's youth. If you're not absolutely hammering balls by the age of 3, then what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Do you guess what the final score was?
0-1.
They didn't keep score.
Oh my
because
goodness.
That's what's wrong with this nation.
That is what's wrong. I don't care how old you are. There's a winner and there's a loser.
It's participation all day. Guess how many umpires they had?
0.
No umpires.
Absolutely none.
And I'm like, no, that kid was safe. He was not out. Why is he going back to the dugout? Like, he was on the back. You can't have a force out of second base when he's going for a double. Like, what are you doing? It's not that hard. And I'm like,
I'm losing my mind.
You need umps. You need a score. You can't just tell everybody, good job. No, Billy, you swung at 3 pitches and missed each one. You're eating dirt in the outfield. What are you doing?
You can't just show up and swing a bat. What are we? Might as well. We should just bet air.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Like, no, there's no point. Like, what are you? It frustrated me. I almost stormed out. Like, it was hard to watch. I'm like, you got to be better.
When I was a kid,
stop. If you feel the ball, throw it to first base.
Yes.
Don't run from third base to first base to try to tag him out. You're not going to win.
Unless you're built like that.
Yeah, unless you're built like that. Then you're different.
When I was a kid, and we weren't keeping score or whatever, I always made my dad keep score in the stands.
I'm sure there are parents keeping track of all that. It's like, son, you're hitting 660 on the year, 800 on base percentage. Everybody else, they're slacking. That's why you're losing so much. Yeah.
I would always get off the field and be like, Dad, I think it was this. What score did you have? And then he'd be like, what was this? Blah, blah, blah. And then
you're like, I got 3 singles. Like, no, son, those are all errors.
Well,
you have a 0 batting average still, but on base is still high.
We'd drive home. He'd tell me what I did wrong. And honestly, I wish he pushed me harder.
Yeah. Look at you now.
I know. Now all I have is a tight groin.
From the pickleball. It
wasn't from pickleball. It's from the running before pickleball.
Oh, pickleball and running. And
that's the other
else.
Side note that we failed to notify the audience. I ran 6 miles before playing pickleball.
And then we won all but 1 game. So did that help us win all those games? Or is that the reason we lost the 1 game?
No, the reason we lost that 1 game is because we didn't take Don and Sheila seriously.
I think you are the one who didn't take them seriously.
Well,
because
before you knew it was 10-2.
I knew pretty quickly. I'm like, no, they're going to probably be good. And I think you were kind of letting back a little bit. You felt bad that you were surprised they were able to walk on their own.
I've never made a mistake, so.
Yeah. Except for when you were illegally serving over and over. And I had to tell you those aren't the rules. And you still did it.
Samuel doesn't know the rules.
Okay.
I've seen pickleball on TikTok.
Yeah. No, that's what you told somebody when they asked you the rules. I'm like, I want to hear you try to explain these, Dane.
No,
I told you last week.
It was the kitchen rules. You can go in the kitchen whenever you want. You just have to let the ball bounce.
If you want to hit it in the kitchen and you're in the kitchen, it has to bounce in the kitchen.
No, it's not what it told me.
What did it tell you?
It told me you can do whatever you want. You can stand in the kitchen. You just cannot hit it out of the air. You have to let it bounce once.
It has to bounce in the kitchen, though.
They said it doesn't matter where it bounces.
You can't be in the kitchen and it bounces outside the kitchen and you're standing in the kitchen and hit it. Like, you have to be out of the kitchen when you hit it. That's why.
Well, if it bounces outside the kitchen, what does it matter? You'd have to run backwards to get the ball. And then hit it
I'm
forward.
saying if you were hypothetically still standing in the kitchen and it bounced right behind you outside the kitchen and then you hit it, it wouldn't count. You couldn't do that. That's illegal.
You're in a bad situation anyways if that's happening.
Yeah. So if you want to hit it while being in the kitchen, it has to bounce in the kitchen. Otherwise, stay out of the kitchen. I'm not going to make a joke.
I was thinking it
too. So what are your updates during the week, Dane?
I wasn't. Samuel's a sexist.
I did not say a word. I stopped from saying anything else. I was waiting for you to give your updates.
So if you're a person listening to this podcast,
which is all of you right now,
which is all of you, you need to come play us or pay for our plane tickets. I've never been on a plane.
Wait, what? Really?
You didn't know this?
I had never been on a plane until like 2 years ago, and I thought I was like one of the last people like around, besides like people in third world countries. You have not been on a plane?
No, never been on a plane.
Dang.
We've had I'm not scared of it. We just have never had the opportunity to fly. We always drove wherever we were going.
I mean, that's the same with us. I didn't start flying until work was like, hey, you have to fly there. I'm like, okay. I mean, if you're paying, I guess I'll do it. I've survived so far.
Right. And the plane probably won't go down.
Unless it's a Boeing.
Oh, no.
Then
not Boeing.
Especially say your prayers. Wow. That's wild. I didn't know that.
I'm just like, I mean, I've been to Florida, been to Texas, been to Indiana, been to Kentucky. We've always just drove there because it was cheaper.
Yeah.
And here we are in Missouri. Been to Nebraska. Didn't fly there.
I mean, that makes sense. You wouldn't fly to Nebraska most likely. I think I've flown.
Lindsay and Daniel fly to St. Louis.
That's wild.
From Nebraska, yeah. Because it goes or turns into like a 2-hour thing instead of a 6 to 7 hour thing.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a fly to Colorado twice, which is basically like a 2-hour flight. I've had a fly to Texas once. I'll have to fly to Texas again here in like a month. And then that might be it. Maybe there might have only been like 4 times I've had a fly like anywhere. Fly. Okay.
My next update is Dane is at 83.8% support raised.
You were at like 76 last week or 78.
Nice. Guess what that means, everybody?
He's pregnant.
Oh, no. Not the crowd.
Do you mean this?
No, I wanted this one. That's the actual applause.
Okay.
But so once I surpassed 80% and I texted my boss and I was like, hey, before anything crazy happens, I want to triple confirm. Once I hit 80%, I can come on and continue support raising while I'm working, right? And he goes,
will you get the health insurance immediately?
I think so.
Okay, just make sure on some of those things.
I need to ask that question too.
There's some important details you should try to figure out.
Yeah. But he goes, I'm 99% sure you can start once you surpass 80%. And I'm like, okay. He goes, I'll quadruple check on Sunday with the director of residence. So that means Dane will be putting in his 2 weeks probably on Wednesday.
Wow. We finally reached it. He's been saying he's going to quit for like 6 months now.
I've been saying
or longer.
2 years.
And he's finally done it. Basically. Almost.
Yeah.
He's about there. Are you You're not dyslexic, are you?
It depends.
It's not 38.8%, is it?
No.
Okay.
I would have so much money for 38%.
Like, wow, I'm getting paid really well.
But also, I'm not the one calculating it.
Okay.
Yeah, I enter it and then a formula calculates it for me. So that's good. However, the reason I'm putting my 2 weeks in on Wednesday probably is 2 weeks from Wednesday, or actually 2 weeks and 1 day from Wednesday.
Christmas, right?
It is Christmas. But no, 2 weeks and 1 day from Wednesday is we have some big showcase at my job, and there's going to be like hundreds of people there, prospective clients, and I'm supposed to be like going crazy for these people bending over backwards, and I'm like, screw that.
You're like, I don't think they want me there on that last day. Like, I don't care anymore, guys. Let's go.
Well, that's on June 27th, and I'm like, well, I could go to that thing or take 2 days off before I go into my next job, and it'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'm like, let's do that. I'm not going to show up to this huge
That's
showcase.
wild.
And I felt conflicted about it. I was like, I don't want to screw anybody over, but then I was like, do they really want me there as my last day when they're bringing in prospective clients? And I'm like, hey, this is my last day. Oh, why you ask? I'm glad you asked.
I got to know, whenever you say you're going to quit, are you going to tell them the real reason why, or are you going to make up something wild?
Man. No, so
it was the fort. You made me take it down, and I haven't stopped thinking about it since. I want the fort back.
That's so true.
And then they're like, okay, you can have it back. No, that's not the only thing. Like, what about the pranks that were thrown on me? And I tried to play pranks on other people, and you got mad. Like, what is this for? And that reminds me, like, I think it was Joshua SCHMITZ, maybe either him or Jack, one of them. They've been going back to like old episodes on Spotify where you can like leave responses, and one of them was like, hey, you got to bring back the prank wars or something along those lines. And you want that. And because you can't have that, you're gone.
No, apparently at our church, they prank each other all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
until you get there and they're like, Dane, you can't do that.
Dane, you brought in 100 pounds of glitter.
What? Why did you put that slime all over everything?
Dane, there's still snakes in the ceiling.
I know you were excited about getting on a plane for the first time, and you therefore watched snakes on a plane. But we can't do that here. You can't. You get it? Like, we're not that kind of church. We're not charismatic.
That was my dream prank. Like, I wanted my senior prank to be taking snake eggs and putting them in the ceiling like 4 to 6 weeks before graduation.
Crazy.
And so then once we graduate 3 weeks later, snakes would be raining from the ceiling.
You're horrible.
That would be wild.
You are crazy.
Well, then it gets shut down.
Dang.
But
that's something only a crazy person. Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
But back to your question, am I going to tell them the truth or am I going to make up a reason? I've debated what I want to say to them. Like, should I just shake my hand, say good day, be on the way? And I'm just like, well, if they
are you going to let them know that you had cancer?
They know I have cancer. However, no, I'll probably be like, if they say, well, why are you quitting? I'll be like, well, do you want the real reason or do you want
something wild?
Something wild. And I'll be like, well, it's twofold, really. This is not a good place to be working. And I'll get more into it once I've actually quit. That way they don't fire me in the meantime.
Yeah.
But it's not a great place to be working at. But then also getting a job like in a field I actually want to go into that will actually provide advancement opportunities.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Well, I mean, it's good they're quitting when you are, because I mean, Red Lobster is going under. And like, you might not have a job as a waiter much longer.
Dude.
Because I know you got the job originally because you are red. Yep. But you just don't like lobsters.
And whenever I go out in the sun, I turn into a lobster. However, I was the tank specialist. I would swim with the lobsters and then pick one out.
It was kind of weird though, because you stayed in the tank and the people came by. They're like, I want that one. No. Not the lobster.
The boy.
Bring me the boy. I want him raw. That's weird.
Let the boy watch.
I go, you got any other updates?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's it. That's
okay. Joshua SCHMITZ, the MANWAGON podcast.
Podcast MANWAGON,
Joshua and Vaughn, listen to their podcast. If you want to, go subscribe to it right now and listen to it every single week. Oftentimes, you might hear a familiar voice at the beginning of their episodes. That may or may not be me. It probably is me if it sounds like me. So just throwing that out there. If you like this podcast, you'll like theirs as well. It's pretty similar, some nice overlap. And then also you see those funny TikTok clips. Well, yeah, if you haven't, go subscribe, follow. What is it on TikTok? Follow. Yeah. Follow our TikTok, watch those clips, let the views blow up. So that way you're in on the ground level before we become superstars, you know?
Yeah. We'll shout you out when we're superstars.
Yeah. I mean, we'll shout you out now as well, as long as you leave us a 5-star review on Apple or respond on our Spotify Q&As or lots of other stuff.
Cardinals tied it.
Oh, let's go.
But yeah, go follow their podcast, because if you don't, I'll not do my manifesto anymore. And I know that many of you are looking forward to today's manifesto.
Because you're on a 2-week period of being off.
Who?
Because we had Lauren's manifesto, which is also Dane's manifesto. But we're still counting that as part, I think, 15.
Yeah.
So this is therefore part 16. Because your part 15 was actually you were speaking through her.
I had a joke to make about diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Let's not do that. So yeah, listen to the MANWAGON podcast with Joshua SCHMITZ. Okay, besides interrupting you, what else does grind your gears?
No, what really grinds my gears is what happened earlier. So yeah, this literally happened like 2 hours ago. And
okay.
Made me very upset.
Well, I'm glad that you got upset, so you had something that's really grinding
right
on the inside for the people to know.
Because I really didn't have one until this. But so I went for a run before this, right? And I have some new shoes, like racing shoes, and they're for Joshua. They're Saucony Endorphin Pro 3s, and
that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. And I'm just like, hey, I'm just gonna, break them in. Not necessarily break them in, but just like wear them before, like trying to wear them for the first time for a race.
Yeah.
I was like, let me get a feel of these, see how they feel.
Good idea.
And I was running them, ran an easy mile as a warm up. That was good. And then I was like, all right, let's run a 5K. And I was like, let's just do it. And so we sent it. And then
2 hours later,
ran the first 2 miles pretty good. And the third one kind of broke down. And then I was like
mentally or physically?
Physically.
Okay.
Well, I mean, mentally,
yeah.
You can't break down if you just stay broke.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I was like, frick. And then ended up just not having a great run. And then my groin hurts. And then,
thanks for sharing again.
So
is always that or your hips tighter than a snare drum?
They are tighter than a snare drum.
Yeah.
Joshua put that as his Strava post one time.
He really?
He posted his run and said, my hips are tighter than a snare drum.
And he just knows that you see it and then you're liking it and everything else.
I saw it and I said, then a snare drum in all caps.
He did respond to mine because I don't post a lot on Strava, but because I ran the mile the other day, I posted and I was like, ran as many miles as games we lost. And he put underneath, he's like, I wish you would have put in 0 miles.
Man, that would have been nice.
But yeah, he's active on Strava. So follow him there too if you feel like it.
He ran a lot.
Yeah.
And so, didn't have a great run. And honestly, the shoes were okay. I enjoy my Brooks Glycerins better probably. Glycerin Elite. And then so... probably halfway through the run though, my music just stops and I'm like, frick, it paused it because it's in like a fanny pack thing that I have that holds it instead of your phone like in your like pockets just going crazy.
Something you should look at. I mean, you said like a fanny pack thing. I have it's like a running belt.
That's what
and it's like skin tight.
Yeah, I need to tighten mine.
Well, and like this one like literally it's just like one size. You buy the size you need and it's like the leggings type of material almost. Huh. And it's just like nice and tight around your waist, and then you can stick your phone in there, and it doesn't move at all.
But I'm not a girl.
Am I?
So then the music stops, and I'm like, but I'm in the middle of the run, so I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna stop. And then I make all the way back to my car after walking and like talking to myself. I was like, you shouldn't have tried to do this in like 85 degrees. That's why it kind of sucked. Blah blah blah. And then I get to my car, look at my phone. And it says, you're in the middle of a phone call. And I was like, what? And I was like, phone call with who? And I said, oh, it's the hospitality group chat for our church, which has 213 people in it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Were people on the call?
I don't know. I ended it as soon as I could, and it just said, call started at this time, ended at this time.
I can't wait until the sermon this week. They're like, yep. I heard some wild stuff. Dane, you're fired. I didn't know someone could curse that much in the middle of a run.
I don't think I cursed, but I don't know.
Oh.
But
how did you...
I don't know. It was in the pack. My running belt.
You called them like on Facebook or something? No. Or on GroupMe? You can make a call?
On GroupMe, yeah. So it unlocked, called, hit GroupMe.
So that's why your music stopped?
Yeah.
And you didn't think to look?
No, I thought it just paused it because sometimes it does that.
Dang.
Well, that's not my fault. So, yeah.
So they just listened to you run.
I don't know. I don't know.
They're trying to figure out, like, why is this guy breathing so much? Like, is he okay? Like, what's happening? Is he getting kidnapped and he decided to call on the phone and put it in the backseat of the car? Like, what's happening?
Well, I don't know if they could hear me or what.
Yeah.
Because my keys were also in there, so they probably just heard cling, 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 cling.
That is crazy.
And I'm like, man. And I looked at it, and I was on the phone for 20 minutes with them. All 213 people.
I can't wait until Sunday. And if people are like, Dane, so what were you doing?
No, the admin of the group texted me and goes, hey, did you mean to call the entire group? I was like, what do you think?
No, I was running.
No. I was like, wow, that's so embarrassing.
That is.
Because like
that's so bad.
It also posts in there like as a message.
Dane called for 20 minutes.
Dane phone call started from Dane Miesmeyer this time ended.
Did you send a message like, sorry guys?
No, I just left it. I was like, whatever. People, I don't care.
Wait, did you like leave the chat?
No, I didn't leave the chat.
Okay.
I thought about leaving the chat.
I can't do this anymore. I'm not starting anymore, guys. I'm staying at my job. I can't. I'm changing churches too.
Well, it's the hospitality group chat. So everybody that does like greeters, coffee, connections.
I got to ask Rebecca if she's
she's in it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's wild. That's funny though.
I felt like the dumbest boy in school. I was like looking at it, I was like, should I send a message? And I was like, nah, people really don't care. I'm the one who probably cares the most about this. So I'm like, whatever.
The closest thing I've done similarly to that somewhat recently was like a month or two ago. They send out with my work like wiffle ball updates not wiffle ball, softball updates for the week. And they're like, okay, who can play on this day? And they send to like 30 or 40 people. And recently I've been like, I can't play. I'll send it back or whatever else.
Selfish.
And then I responded one day and then I got a message from someone else. And they're like, sorry to hear you can't play. I'm like, oh no, I clicked reply all and I responded to 40 people. Sorry, can't play this week, whatever else. And then I immediately sent like another message, kind of funny. I don't know what it was exactly. And they're like, hey, first time using Microsoft Outlook. I'm like, yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to send an email to everybody, which that does happen sometimes where someone's like firm wide. And sometimes people click reply all. And I'm like, oh man, that's bad. So now I'm like somewhat paranoid because I've like never done that before. And then this time I responded to like 40 people telling them, ridiculous. No, I can't play this week. I'm sorry.
Sometimes me and my team will do a Teams call, but it's with each other and we just talk on there.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, so what do you think of the spreadsheet, blah, blah? And somebody will come to my queue, I'm on a Teams call. Sorry, I can't. and then just walk away.
That's wild.
I'm like, so what were we talking about? But no, so the phone was in my like fanny pack thing or whatever. And I'm just like, how does it unlock, hit group me, and then hit call?
Do you have a passcode on your phone?
Yeah, I did.
And that's even weird. You had to have not locked it. You had to have just like clicked the music, not thought about it, put it in there, and then was able to click around just enough to somehow make a call.
Yeah. I don't know.
One other thing that happened to me like a couple of years ago, I was at a wedding and I was dancing a lot and my legs get sweaty. And then I looked at my phone and it showed that I made an emergency phone call. And I actually showed I had like multiple missed calls from like 911 or like something.
Goodness.
And I'm like, oh no, this is not good. And then eventually they tried to call and I answered. I'm like, I can't hear you. I'm at like a wedding and I try to talk. I'm like, I can't, I'm sorry. I'm okay. Bye. And it was bad because they kept on trying to call over and over and over. I'm like, I couldn't like hear them.
You didn't step outside?
It was just loud everywhere. Like I couldn't get to a spot and it was kind of embarrassing.
Should have sprinted to the woods or something.
Yeah. But literally I was so sweaty. It like opened it up and clicked like emergency call. And then they were freaking out because all they can probably hear is just lots of like loud noises. Like what's happening? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, why wasn't I invited to the wedding? Like, I don't get it.
That's what they're thinking because shouty fire burning on the dance floor.
Yeah, they wanted to hit the moves. Yeah. Well, my grinds my gears is not as extreme as yours. I decided to play softball with my work team this past yesterday. That was it. And we had a great chance to win our first game. We had a lead for a while, and then we started, I think, blowing it a little bit, and then the other team had a lead. We were going into what could be the last inning because we were the home team.
Yes.
We had like, give or take, like 2 minutes left. I think we had 2 outs, like 2 guys on. And something with that is that if you finish the game with time left, like if like we were behind and we finished the inning, we would go to play another inning. So in theory, you would have like a full 3 outs to score runs, while they also have a full 3 outs to score runs. But your odds of winning are much higher. But because we were behind and we had, again, like a minute, sometimes if you're in that scenario, you just strike out or just get out really quick. So that way you have another chance to hopefully score those runs.
No.
Because if you have 2 outs and you make a 3rd out, then you lose if you run out of time. You see what I'm saying?
Just hit a dinger.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, but you have to either hit a dinger or get out like immediately before the time runs out. But our people on this team kept watching pitch after pitch, and time was just running off the clock, and they were taking their time. And then eventually they let all the time run out. So then at that point, all that could happen is we win or lose, which is not a great situation to be in when your team is bad.
Dang it.
And it ended up where the guy popped to the ball and we lost. And I was very frustrated because he could have just literally swung earlier to try to win.
Could have.
Or he could have just tried to strike out or get out so that way we get another chance. But he was just waiting. So basically the only option was we win or lose compared to we either win or maybe we go to the next inning.
No.
So do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, just hit a dinger and win it.
Yeah, that's what they should have done, but they didn't. Yeah. So I was basically just frustrated with my team for having no urgency. Who knows? I might show up again next week. On Wednesday, the day before, I do have our opening day for wiffle ball, so it depends how I feel. You know?
Yeah, you got to ice the arm.
Yeah, I'll be throwing a lot of pitches. I have a home base strike zone I got to work on a little bit. And we're not taking any L's this year.
Get some reps, block off the street.
Yeah.
Just set it up 90 feet away.
I'm ready. And that's kind of far. Like, why are you not even getting close to hitting the strike zone? Well, I thought it was 90 feet, not 50 feet. I might have messed this up a little
60 feet,
bit.
6 inches.
Yeah. Wiffle ball, it's closer.
No.
Yeah.
I demand the exact
dimensions. You demand the exact stuff. Okay. Well, I think that's the end of our Grindsman Gears. And it's time to stop grinding the gears of Joshua SCHMITZ.
Wow.
Because it is now time for the Bible verse draft that he's been asking for all this time. Are you excited, Josh?
I looked them all up.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You looked up all what?
All the verses I wanted.
Okay, that's good. We didn't really talk about it before this, but how many are we wanted to draft here? Do you want to go 4 or 5?
I only looked up 5.
Okay, so we're going 5, and you're just hoping I don't pick any of your verses?
Well, the Bible is a vast scriptural thing.
If I take one of yours, you won't be able to find another verse.
That's not true. I have many in my mind.
Okay. Do you want to go first or second in choosing your Bible verses?
Well, I think you know what
I
this
don't
means.
think this is blasphemy.
Siri?
Yeah.
Should I go first or second?
Siri, what are you going to say? What are you going to say?
Set the alarm for when?
I'll go second.
I mean, that was closer to set. I mean, that sounds closer to second.
I'm disappointed in Siri.
That's you have to go choose 1 or 2, but at this situation, you are.
Siri, should I go first
2.
or second? When do you want the set?
Yeah, when are you thinking about this? Okay,
unbelievable.
This is the easy pick. This is like having pickup basketball, and you have the obvious number 1 guy. Michael Jordan's deciding to play against all random high schoolers, so you got to go with this verse.
I'm gonna guess it.
Yeah, it's John 3:16.
That's the one.
Yeah, it can't be beat. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. It is the one verse that everybody learns like immediately.
Pretty true.
Yeah. Like it happens so quickly. So
yeah. Back in the day when I was in high school, I copied the 50 most popular Bible verses instead of reading the Bible.
Yeah.
Put it in my notes app my phone. I would randomly scroll to a verse and read it.
Yeah.
And that was one of them.
Yeah, there we go. So that is my first overall pick.
Wow.
It's hard to beat, you know? So what are you thinking for your first 2 picks for this Bible verse draft?
So this one is that I picked is going to be 1 Samuel 17 verse 26.
You're taking my namesake, I see.
Yeah. 1 Samuel 17:26, because this is Christian cursing in here.
Oh.
It says, David asked the men standing near him, "What will be done to the man who kills this Philistine and removes the disgrace from Israel? Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" Yell that at somebody. You uncircumcised Philistine.
We are going different routes, I feel, on this draft. I try to take it somewhat seriously, but
right, me too.
Dane's over here going for the circumcision verses. So what do you have for your number 2 verse there, Dane?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's Proverbs 21:9.
Which is,
it is better to live on the corner of a rooftop than with a quarrelsome woman.
Jesus wept at these. Okay. Well, we're gonna go down some different routes. So let's see where it goes. Okay, I'm going Romans 1:16.
Oh wow.
As the great theologian and rapper Lecrae once said, Romans 1:16 is a solid verse. I don't know if that's what he said exactly,
Yeah.
but that's what his record label is based after, Romans 1:16, which is, "For I'm not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes, first to the Jew, then to the Gentile." So with how much music I've listened to by like different Christian rappers and everything else, that was like the cornerstone verse. So I've always like seen it. They always get like tattoos of it and everything else. And that's always been very present in my life. And it's just a very solid verse.
Where are your tattoos?
I can't show you. This is a PG podcast.
For now. Take it.
Wow.
What's your next one?
I still have some different ones to mess around with. I think... I'm going to go Galatians 2:20.
Ooh.
Another solid verse. I heard this
For
first.
we are God's workmanship?
No.
Dang it.
Nope, that's not it. It's I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by the faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. This verse is one I heard at camp back in the day. We got this cool little nail necklace that had it like on the back of it. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. Like, I'll try to be crucified with Christ, and like I no longer live, but he lives in me, you know?
Are you going to get crucified here soon?
What's your next pick?
All right. Take it. Wait, I thought you had back-to-back picks.
I did. I picked back-to-back.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So my next pick is Deuteronomy 23, verse 1.
You said Deuteronomy, and I don't have high hopes.
All of mine are Old Testament, I'm pretty sure.
Of course. That's where you'd get a lot of these wild ones. Okay. What are we going with here, Dane?
A man shall not marry his father's wife, nor shall he dishonor his father's bed. Membership in the assembly. No one whose testicles have been crushed or whose penis has been cut off may come into the assembly of the Lord. This is scripture, Samuel.
You could have used a different version. Marry your father's wife. That's your mom.
That's weird.
Most likely, unless he got remarried. Yeah, that's some weird stuff.
Yeah. Don't do that. It said don't do that.
Yeah, it said not to.
Don't marry your mom.
It's weird they have to put that in there. Well, it's like, hey, don't marry your father's wife.
People talk about our culture being over-sexualized.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
The Bible's wild.
That's wild.
Thessalonica, they used to bring prostitutes to church.
I mean, they need to hear scripture.
And have sex with them at church.
Why did you have to finish that?
The people need
I don't
to
know if we can clip this anymore, Josh.
The people need to know.
Okay, what's your next verse, Dane? What's number 4 for you?
Glad you asked.
Man.
This one's PG. Don't worry.
PG, yeah,
kind of.
Sure.
So this one is actually, I would have picked number 1, but I'm just going down how I brought him up.
Okay.
I knew you wouldn't pick mine.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be wild if I was.
So this is 2 Kings 2, verses 23 and 24. Mm-hmm. And it says, from there Elisha went up to Bethel, and as he was walking along the road, some boys came out of the town and jeered at him. Get out of here, Baldy, they said. Get out of here, Baldy. He turned around, looked at them, and called down a curse onto them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys.
That's the verse that one of your friends used that one time when he left a whole review and he was like, and then read this at the end. It was like, get out of here, Baldy.
I think is either Daniel Reed or Connor.
It was, I don't know who it was. It might have been Daniel. I don't know. But I was like, that's a classic. Wow.
Get out of here, Baldy. And some versions say she bears.
There's some wild verses, like especially Old Testament stuff.
Old Testament
crazy.
is wild.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. My last one's a New Testament one.
What? Well, okay. We got to save it. Hope best for last, maybe.
True.
Probably not. Best for last for you. Oh man, I got some good ones here. I think I'm going to go Matthew 6:34 next, which is, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. I think especially in our culture nowadays, we're always just stressed like, hey, what are we going to do 5 years from now? Or what's your 5-year plan or 10-year plan? Like, oh, when are you going to buy a house? When are you going to get married? When are you going to do this? And then it just causes anxiety and you're always worried. And it's like, no, you don't worry about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it. Like each day has its own troubles. Like take it one day at a time. That's what God plans for you. Like he doesn't want you just to be worrisome at all times over stuff that isn't promised to happen.
That's what I was talking to my coworker about today. We were talking about how much we need more money to be making more money.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I heard from somebody recently, they were like, yeah, you need to be saving $500 a month and investing it in the S&P 500. At 10% return, you'll have still shy of $1 million by the time you retire, which then I thought about whenever I met with the financial advisor. He said, for you at your age, you need to have $3 to $5 million saved by the time you retire.
Yeah, it's inflation's the worst.
I have $20. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you don't worry about tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to quit my job. Man.
And then the final verse I had is another classic one. This is one of the few verses that I really have memorized well. It was one of the main verses we went over when I went to camp back in the day. We were studying like 1 John the entire 2 weeks I think I was there, and this was one of like the daily Bible verses they want us to memorize. And it is 1 John 1:9, which is, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and purify us from unrighteousness. And this is basically just the gospel. Like, confess your sins, like God will forgive you, follow Jesus.
So are you going to do that live in the air right now?
No. But yeah, that's the final of my
Fine,
5
then
verses.
I will.
You're going to confess my sins or your sins?
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, there's a lot more solid verses, obviously, in the Bible. And you're going to take the last good one, though, right now.
Right.
So what are you picking with number 5?
My last one is
in
New
your Bible verse draft.
My last one is New Testament, like I said.
Okay.
And so it's John 20, verse 4.
Okay.
And it says, both were running, but the other disciple outran Peter and reached the tomb first.
I love that verse.
Yeah. He clearly mentioned that Peter was slow right here. Which, you know who else is slow? Lindsay Reed.
Oh, it always comes back to Lindsay Reed.
That's true. If she wasn't so slow and gassy and, you know, amongst other things.
Well, usually to go faster in a car, you got to have the gas.
You do have to have the gas.
Yeah.
But however, they got their new truck recently.
Did
I mention that?
Cybertruck?
No. They got a free truck.
Yeah, you mentioned that back in the day, I believe.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so whenever we race, our dad used to always race us whenever we were kids. We'd be like, Dad, race us. Dad, race us. He'd be like, no. And then he'd be like, all right, go.
Wait, he is?
Race us.
Say that 5 times fast.
Race us, race us, race us, race us, race us, race us, race us. I don't know how many I said, but there's at least 5.
Do you not hear it?
I know you're trying to get me to say racist.
Okay, sorry, just keep going.
No, but then he'd say, no, I'm not going to race you. No, I'm not going to race you. And he'd be like, all right, go. And then just take off and get like a 20-foot head start.
20 foot, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm faster than everybody. So
yeah,
just know that.
Well, there you go, Josh. We have done the Bible verse draft. We hope you loved it. We hope you just came closer to Jesus through all this. I don't know how much closer you got with Dane's verses.
Mine were great.
It's still all true, but read it for yourself as well. If you're out there, just read the Bible.
Watch out for the Bears.
Yep. Chicago Bears especially. I don't know if it says that in this version.
No, it sure doesn't.
No,
Chicago wasn't a thing when it was written.
No. So yeah, there we go. I think it's a great time for us to do something to try to go viral, because why?
We will go viral.
I mean, we have been killing it, sort of, not really. We're doing okay. We're doing all right on TikTok, that is. And we decided that Dane had this idea, and he was like, hey, let's do a fictional basketball draft. Like, take fictional people and then put them on like your basketball team and decide who would win between the two of you. And
I was
like,
fictional character of all time.
Yeah. And I was like, let's take it a step further and let's have a fictional basketball blind draft. And I decided to ask AI for 10 random fictional characters that could be used on a basketball team. And what makes this interesting is that you only can decide once you hear the first person, do you want to keep them or sit them? And then you have to go through, and as soon as you have your 5, that's it. But if, let's say, you don't like the first 4 people, then you have to pick 5 of the last 6 to finish out your team. And you have to decide, could they beat Team USA in 1984? Wasn't that the year the Dream Team?
Nope.
What year was it?
1992.
I knew that. Dang it. I messed it up. But yeah, we'll read these one at a time, and you decide whether you will keep them or get rid of them.
That's why I looked at you. I was like, you mean the college kids?
Yeah, I was hoping I would say that right, but it was 92 because Michael Jordan was not a rookie in 84. He was a rookie like in 86.
Also not true.
87.
Nope.
Was it 88?
Nope.
Huh?
83.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah, 83 and 84.
So, but his rookie card wasn't until later, until 1986. For Fleer, at least.
He definitely wasn't drafted in 86.
That's wild. Well, his rookie card, though, is like 1986.
Look it up.
When was Michael Jordan's rookie year? He played 15 seasons in the NBA between 1984 and 2003. But Michael Jordan rookie card was a 1986-1987 Fleer card. That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
Because his rookie card is 1986-1987. I messed that up. That's my bad. So
why do they got random cards then?
I don't know. I don't know the whole story. But
80s
anyway,
were wild.
Here we go. This is our fictional basketball blind draft. Let's start with player number 1. Are you ready for this, Dane? Okay, your first choice in your blind draft. And you also have to decide what spot they get on your team.
Ooh. And I can't change it later?
Nope.
Okay.
You either get to decide whether to keep them or get rid of them.
All right.
First player, Luke Skywalker.
Pass.
Pass. Okay.
Bum.
Okay. Number 2, blind draft player, Captain America.
Ooh, yeah, I'll take Captain America.
Okay, where do you want Captain America playing on your team?
Gosh, he's really strong. Not like huge, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes me want to put him at the small forward.
Okay, small forward, Captain America.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, next player to decide if you want him on your team, Spider-Man.
Point guard.
Point guard, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm digging that. Let me write this down. Point guard, Spider-Man.
Spider.
Okay, you got 2 of your players. Next one, Michael Jordan. Real personal, fictional ability. Do you want him on this team?
I'm confused. What, like from...
I mean, technically he was in...
from Space Jam?
Space Jam, yeah.
I mean, I'll pass on the Space Jam.
Okay, so no Michael Jordan, Space Jam?
No, because the Monstars were more fictional than he was in that.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of played.
Okay, so not Michael Jordan on this team.
No.
You heard it here first. He does not want Michael Jordan on his dream team basketball team.
If you read me LeBron from Space Jam 2, I'm going to lose my mind.
Okay, well, the next person is Elle Woods from Legally Blonde. You pass up Michael Jordan.
What?
Elle Woods, Legally Blonde. Do you want her on your team?
Not my basketball team.
Okay. Your legal team.
But my wife team.
Oh, wife team. Okay.
Reese Witherspoon and I love each other.
Okay. Well, so far you have Captain America and Spider-Man. You have 5 players left, and you need 3 of them.
I got to take 3 of these 5.
Okay, next one. Indiana Jones.
Frick.
It says he's resourceful, quick thinking, and surprisingly athletic, a scrappy defender with a knack for tipping passes and creating steals.
Pass.
Pass. Okay. 3 more players, and here's your final 4. Wonder Woman.
Okay. I'll take Wonder Woman.
Okay, Wonder Woman, you'll put on this team? Okay, where do you want Wonder Woman?
At the 2, the shooting guard.
Okay, shooting guard, Wonder Woman. Okay, I like that.
Captain America and Wonder Woman side by side is pretty good.
Okay, and you also got Spider-Man. So now you still need your power forward and your center.
I need some big guys. I need the Hulk or something.
Okay, next one. Homer Simpson.
This is unbelievable.
Hey, I didn't make the list. AI made the list. You can't get mad.
Does AI have his attributes written too?
It said a rotund every man with a surprising hidden talent, a secret weapon off the bench who can drain unexpected 3-pointers. Homer Simpson.
What information are they basing this off of?
I don't know. It's AI. It doesn't make sense, but you have 2 more picks.
Pass.
Okay.
I want the last 2.
Okay, so now you decide. Next one. Shaggy Rogers from Scooby-Doo. Surprisingly strong and surprisingly fast when motivated by fear or snacks. A sleeper pick who can surprise opponents with his athleticism. Where do you want Shaggy?
I should have took Indiana Jones.
Do you want Shaggy as your center or power forward?
Power forward.
Okay. And your final pick. And this is your... just curious. Centers, they're usually pretty tall, right?
They're supposed to be pretty tall.
Okay, just wondering. So here's your center. 11 from Stranger Things.
I've never seen Stranger Things.
Have you not?
No.
Really? She's the main girl, the one that has all the telekinesis powers.
All right.
So she's not tall, but she has telekinetic abilities, and it also says it can translate to mind-blowing ball handling, steals, and impossible passes. A point guard who controls the game with her mind, but you have her at center.
Well, I mean, at least she can do something, especially on offense.
Yeah, I mean...
We'll just play a zone, I guess.
It's like, can you really call a foul on her? Like, no. I didn't use my telekinetic powers that made them fall or make the ball get away from them or put the ball through the basket. Like, that's just them being clumsy. I don't know.
So, Spider-Man at the 1, Wonder Woman at the 2, Captain America at the 3, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo at the 4, and 11 at the center.
Honestly, I liked your picks, except I think he had to go
Indiana Jones over Shaggy.
Well, or the Michael Jordan.
Or Michael Jordan would have helped.
Yeah, I think you were right with passing up Luke Skywalker. I don't know.
Well,
he could have maybe done something. I mean, yeah.
Michael Fuller, if you're listening, please tell us what
Luke
his attributes
Skywalker would have had similar abilities, I guess, to 11. Because with the Force and everything. Yeah, so I mean, he probably would have been a good pick, but you didn't know what the next 10 would be.
Right. Is he allowed to use his lightsaber in the game?
I don't think he can, but he can use his Force powers.
The Force power.
Yeah.
So he can choke out the players.
Yeah.
But is that a foul?
Well, if he's not touching him, it's the same thing with 11. Like, you don't really know.
That's hard to call a foul when somebody's not touching him.
But if you were to pick like a coach, I think Elle Woods could have been interesting.
That's
having
what I was
there
thinking.
As a lawyer. Like, I think she would have been really good on the sideline. She would have gone the old school, kind of wearing a full-on suit.
True, pink suit.
So I think that could have helped. Indiana Jones, you didn't have him on your team, right?
No, I would have taken him.
He could have been good. Solid water boy as well. Like, he could have used his whip to get the cups to someone. I don't really know what else. Homer Simpson, he could be a fan. I don't see him doing much.
He can be the person who prepares the snacks before the games.
Yeah. He would probably eat most of the snacks though, so that could be an issue. But yeah, those were your blind basketball draft picks. Let them know if they could beat the 1992 Dream Team. Maybe.
Well, the 1992 Dream Team had Shaq on it, Hakeem, David Robinson, Karl Malone, all people way
Michael
taller. Michael Jordan.
Wait, was Shaq on the Dream Team?
I believe so.
Was Shaq on the Dream Team?
Christian Laettner.
No, he wasn't on the Dream Team.
He wasn't?
No, he wasn't, because the one person they had on the college who got drafted was Christian Laettner, which was stupid because Shaq would have been wild on that team.
I think Shaq was drafted in 92.
Yeah, I think that's why it was weird. It's like, you're going to put Laettner in there over me? Like, that is
either way
wild.
So they had Hakeem, they had Karl Malone, they had David Robinson. What other big guys did they have? Charles Barkley.
They had a lot of big guys. And then they had not Steve Nash, his equivalent.
Oh, John Stockton?
Yeah, John Stockton.
Yeah.
I remember seeing like a clip of the Dream Team back in the day, and it showed him just like walking around the Olympic Village or like in like public, and people had no idea because he looked like a normal, just
regular
white dude. Like, he's not very tall. He looks very dad-like, like nothing too much to really stand out.
Yeah.
Like, Michael Jordan, he can't go anywhere. Christian Laettner could probably go somewhere, but
he's 6'11".
Yeah, I mean,
Magic was
wild.
there.
Yeah,
Larry Bird.
They would all stand out because they were much well known,
I think
and
Clyde
they
Drexler.
were much taller. So, yep. Let us know what you think of his fictional basketball player blind draft. It could have been better.
How many games are we winning at 82? That's what I want to know. All 82.
I mean, I think you might lose a game early on. I think you would challenge the overall record, the winning record by the Warriors of the 73. I think you could go 74 wins.
Maybe.
It just depends how you guys click. Like, I don't know. Like,
especially as we use the telekinesis to lift the ball up and into the basket.
And also if all your players foul out. Like, if they start calling fouls, like some of them, they can hit hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Plus, at the same time, I'll be flirting with Elle Woods the entire time.
That's true. And that's a great transition to Dane's Manifesto, part 16.
What is it? Oh, yeah, here it is.
What is it? It's your manifesto.
Well, every week I'm like, where is it? What is it? Who is it? So if you're driving, pull over. If you're walking, sit down because it's time for Dane's Manifesto. Not featuring Lauren this week. Shout out to Lauren.
Okay, I'll stop pushing buttons for now.
That was really flirty, Samuel.
Back to What is it?
So I'll just read it, and people will understand what I mean whenever I say it.
That's what would happen when you say it.
Oh, yeah.
People would understand it.
So the title of this one is Quit Your Job, Money Isn't Real, The Sun is Going to Explode.
Wow, I wonder where that came from.
The sun is going to explode.
S-U-N or O-N?
No, the sun is going to explode.
Yeah.
So quit your job, because if you quit your job, then you can take a job that you actually like. Money isn't real because, let's face it, like we've all been trying to get rich in this life.
This is the non-Dave Ramsey podcast.
It just doesn't matter, man. Mm-hmm. We've been trying to save money for how long now? Decades?
I mean, we're both 27.
I know. And
so long.
I just don't understand how people make money in this life. And it's just ridiculous. Because if it's not one thing, it's another. And granted, I have had a rather expensive life.
Yep. Yep.
But at the same time, it's just like, man, I don't know. Spend money on like the little things that bring you happiness and joy. Not happiness, because happiness is temporary and fleeting.
It is.
Spend it on the things that bring you like just some simple joys, like this Mountain Dew that I have here. Or if you want to go get a coffee within reason, like if you can make it at home, make it at home. But every once in a while, like, man, go get your coffee. Go buy a plant and start a garden, because I really want to start a garden, but then I didn't want to at the same time.
Yeah.
And then money isn't real. And so then also the sun is going to explode. So what that means is
S-U-N?
Yeah, S-U-N.
Okay.
The sun's going to explode, which means we don't know what's happening tomorrow. Samuel read that earlier.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And so we don't know what's happening tomorrow. So like, man, go, like, I always said this thing, like whenever I was younger, I was like, we could always stay in and watch another episode of whatever TV show you want to watch.
How I Met Your Mother.
I was watching that today. Mm-hmm. And we could always stay in and watch another episode of that. Or we can go out to wherever this is that you just got invited to, because you'll never have the greatest night of your life staying in.
And that's why you want to enter the pickleball tournament next week.
That's that just has to do with winning and being a red-blooded American. Because America wins, dang it.
Yeah, we do.
I almost bought a shirt today that says "Bad Day to be British."
I thought you were going to say back-to-back World War champs.
No, that
soon to be back-to-back-to-back. Let's hope that doesn't. Never mind.
Yeah.
Don't worry about tomorrow. You know.
On June 6th, a girl in our city group was either at a trivia night or just randomly texted us and said, "What was the name of the operation for D-Day?" And I said, "Operation Overlord." And she said, "A boy would know that." And then another girl said, "Useless knowledge." And I said, "You speak American, ain't you?"
That's very valid.
Yeah. Also, like, he who forgets history is destined to repeat it.
I knew that would come into this at some point. Yeah, you got to know what's happening.
Also, I've been doing this thing.
You've been doing it?
I think I asked Lauren this last week, but I've been asking girls in my life, be honest, how many curbs have you hit in the last week?
Oopsie.
I'm just a girl.
That's wild. But has anyone said zero to you?
No one said zero, but
no one has said zero.
No, because they just go, I don't know, I don't hit that many curbs, and I'm like,
that many?
That many means you definitely hit some this week.
That's wild.
But also, one did text me out of the blue and goes at like 5 a.m, said, "Just so you know, I definitely just drilled a curb." I was like,
why?
Yeah.
Why can't you just not hit the curb?
I don't know.
Oh man, you gotta let us know how many curbs Lindsay hit next week.
Yeah, Lindsay, if you're listening, put in how many curbs you've hit, just on average.
And then also, if you want your segment back, you gotta call in, or we gotta call you, I guess, one or the other.
Quit wakeboarding and call in.
Yeah, because the Until Next Week podcast waits for nobody.
So true. We don't wake for nobody.
Wake for nobody. That's good. That's good. That's good.
And that has been part 16 of Dane's Manifesto.
It is a special time of the episode. It's a lot of people's favorite time of the episode, I believe.
Who?
I know the person's whose most favorite part of the episode has been Jack Holmgren, because he has left us another voice memo, and y'all could do it too. You just got to click the link in the bio. Leave us a voice memo. And I think he has another joke for us. It says, "Cancel me now. I'm in too deep with these jokes. Help me." So let's just listen in to Jack Holmgren.
Here's another joke with Jack. What did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi.
Dumb.
Hey pal, you just blowing from stupid town?
How I feel about that, man.
After, what was it? Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago. He just went wild with the one.
The testicle one?
Yeah. That one was wild.
You know a joke I've been saying to people recently?
What's that?
I thought of it like 2 days ago. Somebody will be saying something and I'll be like, hey, will you knock it off with your 2 testicle privilege?
No. You better only be saying it to this to guys.
Well.
And Psyche left another one. Here we go.
And then the bee replied, "You're sushi. You can't talk." And then the sushi replied, "Honey, you need to relax."
Why did I play that part?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He said, bet you didn't. He didn't write it right. He went, bet you didn't. The second part coming and the plot twist that the sushi and the bee are in a relationship.
This is weird.
And here's another. No, there's no
a
more.
third part.
No, there's only the 2.
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. We'll let you call in again next week, Jack. We'll let you do it again. You know.
Hey,
you add some extra content to the pod, so we do appreciate that.
It's 8-5 Cardinals.
Let's go. Also, a while back, Jack, you're like, hey, talk about how the Cardinals are so bad and everything else. Hey, we're only 3 games under 500. Hopefully soon to be 2 games under 500. Still, we're under 500, but better than most teams, because I saw a stat the other day that 4 teams in the AL Central were over 500 and 4 teams in the National League were over 500.
What?
So we're still, I think, in the playoff spot or 1 game out, being 3 games under 500.
Dang it.
How does this happen? It's because they're playing so many more games against the AL and everything else that now this records don't matter. But the Cardinals are better. We're still behind the Brewers, but we have reinforcements coming. So
yeah, if we can get
Wilson Contreras,
Wilson
and Tommy Edman.
and Tommy, that would really help if we could have somebody hitting over 200 playing center field.
That'd be nice. And then if we make, I really want to trade for a solid starting pitcher. I saw some ideas was that Nick Pivetta guy from the Red Sox. He's a super high strikeout guy. Potentially also the White Sox starting pitcher who's been having a breakout year. Maybe
I saw he was available. Yeah.
Maybe reuniting with Jack Flaherty, who has one of the highest strikeout to walk rates in all of baseball, which is crazy.
Please don't.
He has like a 92 strikeouts and like 8 walks on the year. Yeah. And somehow if he came back to us, we would just make him bad.
Oh yeah.
He's incredible this year.
I wish we could fire everybody on our staff.
It makes our coaching staff sense how he was so good and they got hurt and he wasn't playing good at all. And then just a year basically gone from the team. And now he's one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Past 3 years, we've had terrible development, terrible coaching.
We have great guys, then we make them bad.
Yeah. They come through the minor leagues on a tear. All of a sudden, they become awful players when they hit the majors.
And then they go to a different team and become amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild.
That's coaching and player development.
Yeah. They need a better hitting coach, I think, for one. I want them to bring back Mark McGwire. Like, get the roids back in the dugout.
Open up the wallet book.
Yeah.
Wallet.
Open the wallet.
Open the checkbook and pay the man.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was just going on the little rant that you asked for a while back, Jack. There you go. The Cardinals are not horrible. We are improving.
I would like a really solid center fielder, too, if we could.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Also, Lars Nootbaar is currently hurt.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah. So besides that, we also have some Spotify Q&A responses from episode 75 with Lauren. The first question was, who is most likely to survive the zombie apocalypse?
Not Lauren.
With 11.1% of the vote. Lauren.
Yeah.
With 33.3% of the vote. Myself, which is disappointing. And I don't know if that's based off what I picked or if you just think Dane has a better chance of surviving, because 55.6% of you believe Dane would be the most likely to survive.
You're dang right.
You're dang right, I guess. So that's the first time in a while I have lost one of these, and I'm a little disappointed.
Because I drafted better, and I've actually shot a gun before.
I've shot a gun before as well.
I shoot a gun every year, though.
I don't. Okay. And then we asked, what was the most wild thing you heard on today's episode, i.e. episode 75?
That's fun.
And you always know Jack's going to be in the comments, and he put that Dane is athletic or Samuel is just unathletic. Well, actually, old crippled people play pickleball, so I guess it's not an athletic sport. When are we going to fight, Dane? I'm waiting.
I'll get my port out June 19th, dang it.
Yeah. And then Nathan put, Samuel is going to steal money from our company. And then he put bet. He put in the our boss's name, but bleeped out, and he put bet him would like to know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then Alvaro came in only 12 hours ago from when we were recording this, and he put, to this day, hearing Satan as number 3 top hater is still wild to me. LOL.
Yeah, the very first year I came up with Dane's top haters, Satan was number 3, Lindsay was number 1.
And we brought it up again next week. And
I'm pretty sure the top 4 went like this the first year. It was Lindsay Biesmeyer at the time, Lindsay Reed now. And then it was all the women at our church was number 2. Number 3 was Satan.
Stupid.
Number 4 was all the women at my work.
It's either women or Satan.
Well.
Okay, that's what you said. And then finally, Angela Birdwell put, only like an hour ago from when we are recording, she put, Lauren is a nice addition to the podcast. Her manifesto was the most wild thing heard on the episode. Laughing emoji. So I guess
she thought she was that wild.
I mean, according to, again, it's not what we thought. That's what Angela thought.
Because she had like what was the thought that she had?
Just do it.
No, that's Nike.
No, it was something like that, wasn't it?
It was something simple, yeah.
Yeah. And
simple but profound.
Yeah. I don't have it written down currently.
I wish you knew her better.
Okay. Well, listen to episode 75, Samuel or Dane, and try to remember what was said, and we can go from there, you know?
I'm not going to.
You're not going to? Okay. And then, yeah, I think it's that time of the week for sponsors of the week. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. We went through a whole Bible verse draft today.
Yeah, we did.
Do you have any other verses you want to add, or were those sufficient, you think, for today?
Those were the verses, but I was going to share my testimony.
You want to do that right now? I mean, if you want to, yeah.
I'll give you the medium version of the testimony then.
Okay.
Instead of
why
the
did I
long
just
version.
delete that? Sorry.
Dang it.
Your testimony.
So
don't forget.
We shared a lot of Bible verses, but the way I came to know Christ is I grew up not really going to church. We would make it to church like whenever it was convenient for us, not like whenever we could. It was just when it was convenient. So like if it wasn't deer season, if we didn't stay up too late the night before, if we didn't have any ball games going on that Sunday, or really just anything better to do, we would go to like maybe 10 Sundays a year. And I would sit there zoned out, not really knowing anything is being said or do, but it's just the right thing to do, right? And so then I go, and a pivotal point in my life was I remember, well, obviously I had my parents got divorced when I was 10. Then my grandma died when I was 11. Then I got diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder, ulcerative colitis, at 13. Then I went back in the hospital at 15 for ulcerative colitis. And of course now I have cancer. But I remember a pivotal moment as far as Jesus goes is like whenever I was in the hospital at 13, one of our pastors came up there and I just didn't know anything. Like he was asking me questions. I was like, I don't know, faith, hope, and love. And I was like, I don't know. And so I didn't really get anything out of that. And then in high school, my high school girlfriend and I were walking up the hill to go to school one day, and she goes, I don't know, I just don't believe in that whole God nonsense. And I remember thinking, like, I don't know why, but that bothers me. And I was like, huh. And looking back, that's really cool and interesting that God's was prompting me or like prodding me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that just doesn't sit right with me. And then I remember I go to college and I didn't have anywhere like fancy to go to college. I didn't have the grades to go anywhere. And because I didn't have the grades, I couldn't play sports anywhere. And so I go where my best friend was going at the time down here to Springfield. And I went to the community college down here. And I remember all we did for like 2 or 3 years until I was 20 was just go out every night and party. And then they would get drunk. I would encourage them to get drunk. I never had a sip of alcohol, but that was because both my parents were alcoholics at one point.
Yeah.
And then we would just be in the club and it's sticky and it's loud and there's just not nice people in the club. And I would leave trying to wrangle these cats of drunk people. And it just ended up being 4 a.m. every time, just being like, this is ridiculous. Are you serious? This is what we're doing again? And then the next night, let's do it all again. And I'd go to work where I didn't like it, go to school where I didn't like it. I was like, man, is this it? Is this the college experience? This is supposed to be the most fun time of my life. And I remember thinking that in the club, is this it? Like, because this is not fun.
Yeah.
And right around that time, a guy named Jake Pridgeon.
Shout out.
We had gone to middle school and high school together, and we were like kind of friends, but not really friends in high school. Like we knew of each other, would see each other at some of the same parties, but like we didn't hang out or anything.
Yeah.
It was just too big of a high school. And so he went to Kansas City to play junior college baseball, and then was transferring after 2 years and wanted to go to Mizzou, but not all of his credits would transfer randomly. And so allegedly randomly, right? And so he goes to a place that he says he never wanted to go, Missouri State.
Hey, no, you love it here. Sorry, I just had to bring that up. Yeah, Missouri State's the best.
Dang it.
Swim and dive, go Bears.
Dang it.
Yeah, sorry. This is your testimony time. Sorry.
No, so yeah, he ends up transferring down here, and he doesn't know anybody down here except for the people who went to Jeff City.
Yeah.
And so he texted all of us and was like, "You guys want to hang out?" I was like, "Sure." And then he comes over and he goes, "Hey, I've been checking out this church. Do you guys want to go to this small group here soon?" And I was like, "I don't know. That sounds kind of like a lot." And he goes, "Well, there's going to be food there." And I was like, "Well, I mean, we could check it out." And like what I said earlier, like always, like when people invite you to go out to things, this is right around the time I was like, man, like, I don't know, maybe go out and just meet new people. Like this is what it's all about. Like meeting new people, not doing the same things over and over every night. And so, and plus how terrifying can it be? So I go, and there's a guy named Bo Beard leading the small group, and he's like this really awesome and charismatic guy. And I remember they were asking the questions like, "How are you doing?" But like they really cared about like how you were doing and how your week was going. I was like, this is weird. And people don't do that. Like all we talk about, like me and my buddies at the time, was like, when are we going to the next party? Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about girls, and that's it. And then now people are asking me how I'm doing, like what's something that's real life kind of stuff. And I remember like thinking, man, I've never had this, not with my family, not with my friends, nothing. And so I was like, I kind of want to keep coming back to this. And I kept going back to that and back to that. And I don't remember the day, but I was in the spring of 2017. I was like, all right, well, if I really believe this whole Christianity thing, that Jesus died on the cross for my sins, I think I want to start doing some things differently. Stop going to the club, stop encouraging people to get drunk, stop chasing girls like that. And I was like, all right, like let's go now. And then 2 years later, I started volunteering in youth ministry. Yeah. And literally because I thought, well, girls like a guy who's good with kids. And so
what's your new job again, Dane?
And now I'm working in youth ministry, still single. And I got trapped. And I didn't get trapped. I got tricked. It's just the Lord laughing, man. Just being like, oh yeah, you think this is, you'll get what you want doing this? No, I'm actually going to call you into this, and you're going to do it for free for 5 years.
And then you're going to raise money to do it still.
Yeah, and then you're going to raise money in order to do it and never make a lot of money, whatever. And so that leads me all the way to now, where I'm following Christ and getting ready to start on staff at a church, which is crazy.
Shout out.
Like, man, 18-year-old me would be like, what? And also, cancer. So...
And this podcast. I mean, if that wouldn't happen to you, you probably wouldn't have been friends with Brenda McKenna, and then we wouldn't have met at his going away party because I had no one to talk to.
I totally wouldn't be here right now, like doing this with you, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd be doing, which is wild. And
you would be starting your own podcast again and again and again and getting canceled again and again and again.
No, because I would never do all the producing stuff.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
Or yeah. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Heck yeah, your next week.
Your next week podcast. Yeah. Sometime in the future, So,
yeah, one of these days.
Yeah, yep. You'll just have to wait until next week
also,
to see.
Put in the chat if you want to see more female representation on this podcast.
I know 2 people who would respond. The 2 that have been trying to get on the podcast.
Oh.
Yeah. You know who you are if you've listened this far.
I think they're at camp.
Yeah, I think they are as well. Yeah. So yeah, we're good for a little bit. Also, not Jake Pridgeon, but Jake Trustin Art.
What a guy.
He's still doing art. He reached out to me this week because a random guy reached out to him. He was like, hey, I got this really valuable painting, but I have to get authenticated. Will you help me? Like, I need your help. And he's like, this looks scammy, but it says you're Facebook friends with him. And I'm like, yeah, as of like 2 hours ago, because I'm trying to buy bobbleheads from this guy.
You're both getting scammed.
No. I met the guy today, and I did buy the 2 bobbleheads. He seemed legit. He was very much, though, I don't think I've ever really defined anybody like this, but he was like very much like a good old boy.
Yeah.
Like a very big, not a truck, but like a big SUV with like lights on the top. Very country. I think he had long hair, everything else.
I love good old boys.
Probably like 48 to 54 years old. And I'm like, I think I know who you voted for.
RFK.
But honestly, actually, that could have been it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was legit with me. So hopefully he's legit with Jake as well,
Jake
as he
Trust
uses his art skills that he can also help you with to get this painting authenticated.
Speaking of Jake Trust, good old boys.
Yeah. Jake Trust, a good old. What's the difference?
Well, yeah, it's true. But Cardinals win.
Let's go. 2 games under 500.
Yeah. So, speaking of good old boys, though, like, did you see our next young adults thing is going to be a bonfire?
I'm not in the chat.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Add me. You're supposed to add me to the chat, Dane.
So true. Typical me forgetting things.
Oh, man.
However, so the next event is a bonfire in late June.
Late June.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little toasty.
It's going to be very hot.
When in June? I might be out of town. I don't say it on the pod, actually.
It's in the 20s.
Okay. I might be gone. But you should add me to the group.
Let me see what I can
do. So that
do.
way I can be a part of the group, you know?
Well, after my most recent group me experiences.
I was thinking that, but this is a different group me. So
it's a different group me.
You should add me to it.
No one will remember. 19
okay.
minutes and 40 seconds.
That's wild. That's crazy, Dane.
Unbelievable.
While you find that, I'll go on to our next sponsor of the week, and it is Mason Wynn for coming up clutch on my fantasy baseball team. He's one of actually the good rookies on the St. Louis Cardinals this year. Hey, back to baseball, you know. And he's kind of done what a lot of other players can't do, which is hit consistently and be fast and everything else. And he's been very solid. And I play fantasy baseball way too aggressively. And he is now on my team and he's helping me out. So hopefully I can bring home the championship this year because we all put in big money, $10 a piece into this fantasy baseball league. So I'm going to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to maybe
it says I had to
make like $50 or $60. I can't check my phone because we're getting recorded, Dane.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So those are our 3 sponsors of the week: Jesus, Jake Trust and Art, and Mason Wynn.
Man, Mason Wynn's actually becoming one of my favorite players.
He's awesome.
Right
he's very scrappy, but like he's fast. He hits consistently, and he's got all the tools, which is really nice.
Here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
About him.
Okay.
When I watch him, he doesn't piss me off.
Yeah. He's like, he hustles. He can hit well.
Most Cardinals make me mad.
He actually looks like he has a good swing. Like I like Jordan Walker. I really do.
Yeah.
But his swing just looks weird.
It looks long.
It does.
Yeah.
And like he still be fine. He's like 22 years old. He's in AAA trying to figure it out. But Mason Wynn just looks like a solid baseball player. Like nothing looks awkward. Like it just looks smooth across the board.
He probably was a big time athlete, like in middle school.
Well, and then he was also a really good pitcher and stuff, and I think he probably did other sports as well. So he very much had all the abilities.
Mason Wynn's the reason you do multiple sports growing up.
Yeah,
you don't specialize.
Yeah. So that is fun. I hope I can win this fantasy baseball this week. I think I have the lead currently, but who knows? Anything can happen.
You have to, or you will bring dishonor to
your
us all.
Family. So do you have any final thoughts or fun facts?
Final thoughts. I don't know.
Crowder came out with a new album like last week. It's really, really good. If you like listening to Duck Dynasty, but it's Christian music, that's him.
Man, I wonder if me and Samuel should just go bald together.
No, I don't. I'm trying to do the opposite of that. I'm not trying to go bald. I'm trying to get more flowy hair.
I would love to have more flowy hair, but my hair just altogether quit growing, I think.
Hey, you just gotta think about it. You're like, hey, grow.
I've been flexing for a while, trying to get it to grow.
If you listen to Crowder, have you seen him before? You know what he looks like?
Narp.
Massive beard and everything. You gotta. He was on John Chris podcast, and they were talking about his beard, and he's like, "Yep, I can grow it all the time." Like, look, and he's like, "Yep, just grew a little bit." That's what you got to do. You got to have the same motivation to grow your own hair.
If I'm being honest, I think I'm not producing enough testosterone to grow hair.
Okay, just produce more. Tell yourself to produce more. It's not hard.
I'm trying to, man.
Yeah.
I'd love to not be baldish.
I think you got to play some more pickleball. That's how you get the testosterone levels up.
Next week, we will have a big update if we won or not. If we
play.
Remember, we're disbanding the podcast if we don't win. So I don't make the rules.
Well, you're the one who just made that up.
Well,
so you are making the rules.
Also, there's a lot of people who have to enlist who never enlisted.
That's true. That's true. One of these has to happen. Either podcast ends or you enlist.
Yeah.
So better enlist, people.
Oh boy.
Well, besides that, Friday Pickleball. We mentioned it earlier. If you want to win your pickleball games and have a solid paddle for a good price, use my code Samuel14434 and get $40 off any pickleball paddles on Friday Pickleball.
They don't suck.
They don't. They're pretty solid because Dane has one now. I have one. We have the more elite level ones, which is 2 for $138. And then they also have cooler design, kind of like slightly cheaper ones for
you can throw it straight into the fence and it won't break.
Yeah, he has his first paddle ever. It's not, again, it's a good deal, but still, like, if you only bought one of them, it's like $70+ after you buy the two, because you have to buy two to get the discount. And he just throws it at the fence. I'm like, what are you doing?
I meant to throw it over the fence.
Yeah, so, but good paddles overall, so use that code. You heard that Dane is like 83.8% of the way for your ministry support.
Yeah, just give me $16,000.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you break that up over 24 months, that's not $16,000 a month. That's less than $1,000 a month.
It's $738.
That's all you got to do for all our billionaire listeners out there.
I did the math earlier. Well, I didn't do the math. I did the calculator math earlier.
Yeah. So also, yes, support him so you can get to that 100% to take a little bit of stress off his life, even though right now he's in a pretty good spot.
I have lots of stress.
Pretty good spot with ministry support. And then also just keep telling your friends. If you enjoyed this podcast, steal their phone. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe without them knowing. If you enjoyed this podcast, leave 5-star review from their account. If you like this podcast, just find a way to get more people to subscribe to this podcast and to listen to this podcast. And if we blow up, y'all get to say you were on the ground floor, you know?
Also, if you think pink is my color,
goals.
Like the video.
Yeah, like the video on Spotify. You have to like it. It's really interesting how you like it nowadays. You got to click the little stars at the top and you have to put five stars for you to like the video. Yeah, pretty crazy.
Somebody I saw did a podcast and then somebody rated.
That was us.
Well, no.
Oh, sorry.
And they rated it and the person clicked 4 stars and commented and said, Dr. Blank and Blank saved my life. And
they're like,
he commented back and said, I'm really not sure how I can get the 5th star.
It's wild. People do that a lot. Yeah. Like, again, like I've talked about multiple times, like Ghost Runners, they have a podcast, they talk about reviews, and sometimes people leave like 1-star reviews and they're like, this is just to get your attention. They're like, no, put 5 stars. Or they're like, I'm not going to leave 5 stars until you answer my question. That's why I'm only leaving 4. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, obviously none of y'all have done that on here, which is great. And I would be disappointed if you did, but just leave 5 stars. Like
we answer all of your stuff.
We are tied for the highest average rating over all podcasts.
We are.
Because you can't get higher than 5 stars.
We're tied with number 1.
Yeah, we're above Rogan.
Yeah, Rogan is okay.
Yeah.
Whenever he does UFC.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, leave 5 stars, leave voice memos in the links in the bio.
Put L's in the chat.
Follow our Instagram and TikTok, get those plays up. Also repost our Instagrams or TikToks.
Yeah.
That could help as well. And then also, as always, keep Dane in your prayers. And I guess myself too, but Dane needs it a little more for obvious reasons because of his red hair.
Yeah, pray for my hair to come back.
Yeah, pray for his hair. So I think that's it. I think this has been episode 76 of the Until Next Week podcast.
Raggy.